First things first, I want to crack on with what I promised to do all those months ago, which is the strip down of this car. This is my dream car. It's a 1978 Toyota FJ40. This car was imported from California. Even so, it's still got quite a bit of rust on the bodywork, and I'm not going to know how serious that is till I start the strip down. There's quite a lot of rust. Pretty rusty, as you can see. The last video that I posted about this car was about 12 months ago, and the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you may notice that not a massive amount has changed in the time since that video. I have been really busy sourcing parts for it. I think I've got probably 95% of what I need to finish the car. I don't know what you would call this part, but it goes just below the rear roof at the top of the ambulance doors. And this was a part that I couldn't seem to find anywhere. And then eventually I found a guy selling it on a Facebook group, and it just happened to be the right color. So this is the inner and outer rocker panel for the driver's side. So yeah, it just looks like the driver's side rusted out quite badly. I'm going to put two new panels like this in. This is a question I've got. It looks to me like my panel like this is flush welded to the top, whereas this has obviously got a lip on it. Now, I'm guessing it would be much easier to weld it on like this, to just basically cut it and have that as a sort of, I don't know, spot weld that mainly. But I don't know if that's how I should do it, or if I should be cutting this lip off and actually welding it perfectly on. I don't know if my MIG welding is up to that, but I'd be interested to know what other people have done. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the FJ40, you can remove the doors, the roof, the side panels, the bonnet, everything just bolts off, and then you're left with a tub, and the tub will actually unbolt and lift off the chassis, and then you're basically left with a bare chassis. I reckon these look like 12 mil. And there we go. A door off. There we go. Okay, so the seats in this car were never actually bolted in, so that's a really easy job. So I don't know if these are the original seats for this car or not. I think because of the shape and what I've seen in other cars, I think possibly they are. I think all the roof bolts are 10 mil. Okay, these are the bolts that we need to undo. Underneath they're 10 mil. The top seems smaller. Pretty rusty, as you can see. Yeah, they're just kind of breaking the DeWalt time because the Milwaukee, nothing wrong with that, I just can't find an extension for it. That's essentially all the bolts done at the rear, except for the rear door, upper sort of door bow section. There's some bolts there. Not gonna lie, there's quite a lot of rust falling out, but I think it's mainly from this kind of door gutter bit. Into the box. This bit here, kind of, it's got a couple of different bits of metal, but it looks like you pull sort of an inner and out a bit. Aha, there we go. And now we can see the rest of the bolts. It'll be obvious if you're doing this yourself, but those are basically the two parts of the door bow. Right, well, this one's kind of broken off. The actual channel, part of the channel's kind of broken off with it, but I'm not overly fussed. This is the side which I've got a replacement for anyway. need to be a bit careful with is at the back here, it's kind of taking the whole rear bow with it, which, because it's metal, I just want to be careful that doesn't smash into anything. I don't actually recommend doing this job on your own. If you've got someone to help you, it's going to be a lot easier. But the roof is fiberglass, so it's not that heavy. All right, there's probably better ways to do it, but it worked. So these entire panels come off. I will need to save the windows. So the window's going to have to come out because my new panels have got some windows, but they've got some windows missing. But to be honest, the bolts on the inside of this don't look too bad at all. So behind the rear jump seats, I guess you'd call them, there's a couple of bolts which are going to need to come out. I guess these seats are going to need to come out anyway. I've got to take the rear doors off. I was going to take those off anyway, but I just need to take them off now, basically. It's not actually in bad condition. I think it needs a little bit of work at the bottom, but here there's like a pole that goes down into this section, and so there's a little screw here which kind of stops that pole from coming out. That feels like it's going to move now. Some rubber sealant holding it on. A bit of a rust shower here, but basically here's the other part. So you can see what I was talking about, the little pole at the bottom of there. I mean, I don't know. I think these are pretty shot. There we go. Behold the roofless FJ. They look pretty cool, right? They look a lot more like a Jeep when they're like this, actually. But I like them. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, give it a like. If you want to see more of this content, then consider subscribing. And I'll see you on the next video.